Okay, so now I have everything that's inside the pack out of the pack, and I just kind of want to go over briefly with you, show you what I've got, where I've got, and then real quick I'm going to load everything back up and finish this video off. So first off, I'll start with the pack itself. The pack is here. Now I'm not going to say weights and all that stuff. I will say that I'll post a link on my blog and probably one underneath the YouTube video to all the gear that I have here on the table that's laid out. I'll post a link with all these items listed individually and weights. If you're interested, you can click on the link. Like I say, it'll be in the description down at the bottom of the video. So, like I say, I got the backpack. This is a 1/4 inch cross-link polyethylene foam pad that I have that's cut down. It measures about 48 inches long. I use this to go along with my Neo Air, which is here, and that's also used as the frame and back support for the pack. Right here, real quick, these few items here is what I have inside the front pouch, and I want to say real quick that none of that stuff is set in stone. It's just kind of what I come up with today, so I'll see how it goes. But of course, I've got the pouch. I've got Germ-X, Dr. Bronner's, and Aqua Mirror drops. I may use the tablets, the micro pure tablets, instead of the drops. I've got my headlamp, which I'm using the fuel again rather than the E-light because I'm not pleased with the amount of light that the E-light puts out. I have some Dermatone, just some sunblock, and I can also put it on my lips. I have my ZPacks cloud kilt. Use that. I want quick access to this because I can use it as a ground sheet, just a small ground sheet to use if I take a stop, a short break or anything. And then I have my North Face Verto. I can throw this on if it's kind of getting windy or if a little bit of rain comes. I'll have to dig through the pack and get my rain jacket out. I can just throw this on. That's also in there. And then I just have half of a light load towel that I use to wipe my face or whatever with personal use. Now going to the pack, the first thing I want to say is at the moment I'm still using this big pack liner I got from ZPacks. I'll probably end up getting a smaller dry sack to use for my sleeping bag and my clothing and stuff, but at the moment this is all I have. So I'm using this pack liner, and then I'll start at the bottom. The first thing I load is my Marmot Helium down sleeping bag. Load that down at the very bottom, and I'm not fluffing it up because the pack is a little small, not small, but I need to stuff it in its stuff sack so that I can fit everything else in there and still have room for food and maybe a little extra. Next I have a ZPacks Cuban fiber stuff sack with just some extra clothes. Here's my cook kit. All my stuff's in there. Like I said, the Neo Air, my Kapilka 21 cup. My food bag is in there, ZPacks Blast food bag, I think it's called. Anyway, and all my rope and stuff for hanging the food bag. A pillow, toothbrush, long handle spoon, my Abela down parka, my ditty sack. Up there I have some gloves, some MOD event mitts, my Go Light Tumalo rain jacket, toilet paper, and some wet wipes. And all that stuff that I just named off right here, pretty much down this line and right there, all that this way, it goes inside the pack. And then this stuff right here on the edge of the table goes in the pack pockets. I'll show you over here. I've got my Skyscape Trekker. I've got my tent stakes and the pole for the Skyscape Trekker. I've got my Plated Plus 2-liter bladder and my Frontier Pro filter in there, and actually right now the micro pure drops are in there too, so I'll take one or the other. And then I've got a notebook and ink pen. Then I have my ZPacks rain cover, and that's a whole nother story. I'll just see how that goes. I've got some alcohol fuel, which I would carry a little bit more than what's in there, not much. And then I don't have a Gatorade 32-ounce bottle, so I just have two 16-ounce bottles of water. So anyway, that's everything that's in the pack, and real quick I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, set up the camera, and I'm going to stuff everything in that pack there. And I'm looking for feedback on the way I pack it. If anybody has any suggestions, just let me know. So hang on. will say that I did not put the my sleeping pad. I didn't coil it up and put everything else in the middle because I have trouble with the sleeping pad. The sleeping pad's kind of tacky and it wants to stick to everything in there, and I can't get it opened up enough, and it's got wasted room on the sides and stuff. So what I did is I just folded it in quarters and put it along the back, and then I put this, and everything else is going to be in front. So I actually have a full inch of padding between my back and everything in the pack. Next is my helium, which you just saw go down in there. And then my clothes. And my Neo Air. Cook kit. Also sometime around here I would put my food in there at this point. But I don't have a food bag with me, so I'm just going to continue on. My pillow. Food bag. Cup, Pilka. And my spoon and my toothbrush will go in there. Down jacket. And my ditty bag. You can see right now with all that in there, I'm up to about there, so I still have all that left over, just in case you're curious how much room is left inside the pack. So now I'll go ahead and close all that down because I'm doing something a little different. I'm putting my rain gear and stuff, some of my rain gear inside the pack, so if I have to actually get into the pack during the day and it's raining, all that stuff will stay dry. So I'm going to put my gloves, set it on top there, MLD mitts, that in there, toilet paper, wet wipes. Like I say, some of these other items are items that I may use during the day and I want to just have access to. So even still, you can see how much room I've got. So you can see I actually got a lot of room left. It's nice and flat. Got a flat back here, nothing's poking me in the back. So then, and I bet this is the part that, John, I bet you're cringing as I'm doing this, and I'm sorry, man, but I like being able to get my shelter out before I have to take anything else out of the pack if I need to. Put that stuff down the side there. A notebook, shove it down there, and then my platy and stuff. And I also like this idea because if I ever have to stop and carry extra water in this platypus, I can remove the tent and put it inside the top of the pack and just use this platypus on the outside of the pack. Now I'm sure that would really be bad distribution of weight, but it's an option. So that's all I'll put in the front pocket. And then either pocket, it doesn't really matter. Put my rain cover and my alcohol for my stove. On the other side, water bottles. And that's it. She's packed up and ready to go. And then there is no specific way, I guess, to put this in there because this is all going to move around. So I can just kind of throw this in there. And there it is. So I appreciate you watching, and like I said, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to post them. And I appreciate you watching. I know this both these videos, I didn't intend on them taking so long. In the long run they did, and I apologize, but if you've watched them so far, kept up with me, I appreciate it. And until later, thanks for watching. See ya.